Before we start, gonna give a quick shout out to Justin Gaming. Make sure that bad luck doesn't come my way, so there's your shout out finally. And if you want a shout out, just let me know in the comments below. And now on with the video. Alright guys, so these are just some matches with the community. As promised, every Saturday is going to be community matches, whether that's Gameville live streams. You know, I'll probably make that the top priority. If Gameville does stream Afterpulse, I'll try to join those streams and record myself playing in those streams and then post that every Saturday. But they did not stream Afterpulse this week, I believe. I don't know, all the days are blending together in the holiday season here, but anyways, this Saturday, right now, you are watching some ranked deathmatch that I organized in my Discord server. Once again, everyone's welcome to join. Not sure if there'll be a video up by the time you see this video announcing the server, but you know, a lot of people know about it. It's in the Afterpulse forums, so you can get a link to join there. I'll put it in the description if I remember. If I don't remember, just, you know, throw a comment, you know, how do I join? I want to join. Just put a comment and I'll respond with the link to get you into that server. You know, nothing special. There's, you know, 20,000 Discord servers, you know, there's X number of Afterpulse Discord servers, and you know, I've said it before, it's my Discord server is basically just an extension of my YouTube channel. It's not an Afterpulse server, but obviously Afterpulse is the only game that I've played for a year straight. I mean, I've only been posting for like 6 months or something like that, but I played the game for a year straight. Obviously, I pretty much spent all my free time either working on the wiki for this game or playing this game. Look at that GL kill, that's what I'm talking about right there. But obviously, you know, the dedication from me towards Afterpulse is just insane. So yeah, the server will be mostly Afterpulse for now. But it's basically just an, you know, it's like another social media channel. It's like a Twitter, it's like a Instagram, but you know, we can message anytime, we can coordinate games, things like that. And you know, it's just nice in that sense. And eventually, I mean, anyone in that group is welcome to join games, other games that I start playing. You know, Bullet Force was just released globally on the App Store. I did download it. I haven't even opened the app yet, but I'll probably at least post a couple videos on that, give it another go. I did play it during the beta. I mentioned this before, but I played Bullet Force during the beta, and you know, it's like, I don't want to say anything bad about it because I really respect the developer, and it seems like, you know, everyone that I've heard from, you know, all they say is like, oh, this developer is amazing, you know, he's such a, you know, so responsive to the community, he's just, you know, really good to work with, he's, you know, he's done a lot of cool stuff, he's doing it mostly all by himself, blah blah blah. So I don't really want to say anything bad about the game, but you know, for me, when I played it in beta, it just didn't have that feel. Like, I don't know if it wasn't fast-paced enough, if it was just like, and you know, I hate to go back to the graphics thing, but honestly, like, the graphics almost looked like a decent PlayStation 1 shooter. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of you guys watching probably don't even know what a PlayStation 1 is, or what it even looked like, or what the games looked like on there. I never had one personally, but I think my first console was a PS2. But you know, just when I played the beta, it was kind of like, you know, it is mobile, you can't expect every game to be as good as Afterpulse in terms of graphics, but you know, I think the graphics were a big part. The matches were a little slow, and just mechanics of, you know, killing people, I guess. Killing people and getting killed just seemed a little weird. It's really indescribable. It's just that feel. I just didn't get the right feel from it. And but that, you know, that aside, I think what, you know, how the game is being handled and the hype around it, all the community excitement is just amazing. And you know, it wasn't my intention to talk about Bullet Force for this video, but I guess we're talking about it a bit here. Just gonna join another ranked TDM match here. Hopefully get the people back in. Did pretty good in the last one. What was it, like 15-4? The SMR 2OP. But you know, the monetization model and community around Bullet Force seems to be really good, so you know, I'm gonna give it another go. I'll play a couple games, see how it goes. I'll post probably one video on the channel, see how it goes, and maybe bring it back every once in a while. My plan, I mean, you saw my plan for Afterpulse videos, so I'm still doing one daily Afterpulse video, and then aside from that, I'm gonna try to do 2 videos per day. One is gonna be Afterpulse, one's gonna always be Afterpulse, since they're daily Afterpulse videos, and I spend so much time on Afterpulse. I'm still gonna stay dedicated to Afterpulse, but I'm also gonna try and post one other video per day, and so that'll be pretty much anything, like completely random. Like recently, I posted Smile Inc., which is Roman Atwood's little, you know, running game, infinite run game, whatever you call those things. You know, it's just a game I've messed around with, so figured I'd post a little video on it, you know, mess around, see, you know, mess around with some different editing, whatever. Obviously, you know, I don't do any crazy editing, but you know, it's all experience. There's you know, there's more cuts and stuff behind the scenes that you wouldn't really think about. You know, it's not always just, you know, record a game and put it out there. You know, there, even in the most simple videos, there can be a lot of cuts and edits and things like that. So just practicing, you know, messing around with some different games, and you know, so that was one of them, and you know, other games. I don't know what else there is. I think there's like this Call of Duty, is it like Strike Team or something, some Call of Duty mobile game. I might give that a go. You know, Deer Hunter. I played Deer Hunter before. You know, I like that game. I don't know how it will be to make videos on it, but maybe a couple videos on that. Critical Ops. I'd like to play a couple Critical Ops matches. You know, maybe 1 or 2 matches a week. That's definitely not a game that I'm ever going to really get dedicated to. It just doesn't have that like addictive feel that something like Afterpulse does, and it just kind of gets boring after a couple games. But I'll definitely get back into Critical Ops, you know, at least a little bit, once or twice a week, like I said. You know, so the random videos could be on Critical Ops, Bullet Force, like I said. I'll give it a go. We'll see where that takes me. And yeah, you know, I asked previously on one of my videos for any suggestions that you guys have. You know, I've gotten a lot of requests to try Modern Combat, so maybe I'll give one of those a go. I don't even know what version they're on, if it's Modern Combat 5 or if there's a 6 now, or, you know, I literally have no idea. You know, I'm pretty much new to the gaming community. When I started this channel, you know, I would never really call myself a gamer, but I guess now I kind of have to. I post gaming videos, so yeah, I'd say I'm a gamer now, but you know, prior to starting this channel, I really wouldn't call myself a gamer ever, so, you know, I don't know a lot of the news like that, and Afterpulse was really one of my first mobile game experiences, really, especially something that I got so into, you know, and so we'll see, you know, if you got any more suggestions. Some people suggested some other ones, can't remember the names off the top of my head. I know there's a couple coming out now. I've seen a lot of people register for that Deadheads game or whatever that is, where you gotta, you know, pretty genius marketing on their part. You can jump up in the waiting list if you get your friends to join, so that just encourages you to share news about the game and get more people to sign up for the beta, blah blah blah, get some hype around that game. So pretty smart move on their part. You know, if anybody's making an app out there, you know, I'd take a note from that book and implement that strategy yourself. You know, I'll definitely keep that in mind for future ideas, but I won't talk too much about the long term of my whole strategy with you know, creating a YouTube channel and presence and whatever. We'll save that for another time, but definitely a good strategy to keep in mind. So I know there's, you know, some games coming out. I know there's some good ones that just came out. There's another good match, 16-5 SMR2 OP, another ranked TDM match. Yeah, I didn't think I'd be talking about all this. I thought I'd be talking more about the gameplay, but just kind of going organically. You know, this is your Saturday video, community matches with you guys, with my subscribers, with the family. I don't know. I feel like we need to come up with a name. Every YouTuber's got like a name. Like PewDiePie like Bros, and I don't know. Roman Atwood is Roman Soldiers. Like, I don't know. There's all these different names. So if anybody's got any name ideas, let me know in the comments below. And if you got game suggestions, that's what I was saying before I went on a tangent there. You know, if anybody's got any other game suggestions, just let me know in the comments below. I'm definitely open to trying some new games. Try to post one random game per day. I think the next one will be that Super Mario Run. I made like a 40-minute video on it. I basically just walked through it. I mean, it's kind of boring in all honesty. But just kind of literally just recorded myself opening the app for the first time, going through everything. You know, tried to cut out some of the boring parts, and you know, got some action there towards the end. You know, a lot of runs, a lot of toad rallies, and you probably have no idea what I'm talking about if you haven't played the game. But I think like the next two random videos will be on Super Mario Run. And you know, you'll see in that video, you know, once you get to a certain point, which is very soon, you pretty much have to spend $10 to do anything else. And so I ask in the second video whether you guys want me to spend that $10 to unlock the game and keep playing the game. So, you know, if you want me to play it, feel free to let me know in the comments here below as well, but stay tuned for those videos. Let me know on those videos as well. That'll definitely be useful, see what your guys' interest is, and I don't know, just try to challenge myself to expand into some different genres. I don't know, try to learn how to be a more exciting commentator and things like that. Always mostly mellow out here. Let's see, you got another ranked TDM going down. I think this might be the last one for the video. Talking more about Afterpulse now. You know, the whole point in organizing ranked TDM matches was to try and complete the seasonal quest. There is that one. Let's see if I can look it up real quick as the video keeps on playing. Just go to oldmanwillis.com, go to events, current events. It's on the homepage, so you don't even have to do that. Just scroll down. And December seasonal challenges. So stay alive for 20 seconds in ranked deathmatch. Obviously that's incredibly easy. I did that one. Kill 5 enemies in ranked deathmatch in 1 minute. You have to do that 3 times. I did that one. That's pretty easy as well. And then once you do that, you unlock the next challenge, which is kill 5 enemies in ranked deathmatch within the first 30 seconds of the match. And you have to do that 5 times. This is the stupidest seasonal quest they have ever introduced, in my opinion. You know, when they had it before, I specifically posted on the forums, please do not do this again. And they did it again. But, you know, after doing some ranked death matches, I think it's possible to get it legit. I think the only option is really close quarters camp, the smallest map in the game. And I mean, you gotta have the best gear to be able to stay alive. Probably spotters is a good idea, so you can see where people are off the bat. And you have to have a good gun, like a 6-star CQR, you know, maybe SMR, but I would probably go for something with a higher fire rate, quick reload speed, because you're gonna need to get, you know, those kills pretty quickly. So it is possible to do it naturally, but I think I have 2 out of 5 completed, so obviously I need 3 more. And once again, you know, just join my Discord server. We'll coordinate some more games. You know, we had about 2 hours worth of ranked TDM games going. I just recorded the ones that you're watching in this video. You know, I can't just record, you know, 50 gigabytes worth of of video. I only have so much space on this little laptop that I use to make these videos. So, you know, maybe someday in the future I'll be able to do a lot more. When I live stream, you know, we'll have all the matches recorded, but we had a good 2 hours of ranked TDM, and these are a couple of the games. I did pretty good with the SMR, at least in the games I recorded. You know, switched it up later on, started seeing a lot more competition, and you know, I didn't necessarily do as well in the other games as I was doing in these games here, so it worked out pretty well that these are the ones I recorded. It makes me look pretty good, but you know, everybody showed up. We had some great players show up, and good to play with you all, so hopefully we can get some more matches going. And if we do, you know, I don't know if there's any technical rules against boosting, but we could, you know, help each other get that seasonal quest to get 5 kills in the first 30 seconds of ranked deathmatch. I think that's going to be the only seasonal quest that'll hold you back from completing them all. You know, that quest alone is worth 30 gold, but then if you complete all the quests you get 85 gold, so completing that challenge or not completing that challenge is potentially holding you back from 115 gold. You know, so it's not insignificant. You know, it's worth doing if you can, you know, get the games going and whatever. So, you know, definitely join up. I also post in the forums. You know, I posted last time on that. You know, I created a little thread just to announce when I'm doing games. So just stay tuned for that. Follow my other social media. I'm, you know, working on the whole social media strategy. So haven't really done much with Twitter, Instagram, Facebook yet, but working on it in the future. And you know, that's just another way I can notify you guys of when I'm playing, when we're holding customs, when we're doing, you know, hosting matches. And you know, hosting matches can be like organizing ranked TDM. You know, we're not hosting it, but we're all joining the same thing, and you know, you end up playing with everyone you know, and like I said, you can, you know, quote unquote help each other do the seasonal quest. But there's seasonal quest 1-2 just completed, and we unlocked seasonal quest 1-3 in this video. Then I got 2 out of whatever it is, 5. That's not in this video, but I think that'll do it for this time around. There's some SMR 16 gameplay. I didn't even catch the level, things like level 32. I'll max that out soon, but right now focusing on the AWD 2016 weapons. I think the next review will be a 4-star DMR 17 AWD 2016 maxed out, and then I'll go on from there. I already posted the 5-star ST3C, then I'll probably do a 4-star ST3C, then evolve that, then I can make the 6-star ST3C, so on and so on, and we'll see what comes up. I've heard that MFX9 is something to really go for, so anything could change, but stay tuned for those videos, and I'll catch you on the next one.